Welcome back. Talking on one way ANOVA. We'll be doing these question one today in exercise part of you can say your exercise 8, and thereafter we'll be going for question 2 and question 3 as a part of your assignment. And later on you'll find the video also being posted to you in the Google Classroom. So coming to you can say the business research lab exercise 8 question 1 on one way ANOVA. Let's read the question first. A medical researcher wanted to investigate the effect of different pain medications on people suffering from migraine headaches. 21 people who had recently seen a doctor for migraine headaches were randomly assigned to receive one of the three pills, drug A, drug B, or Palspo. While taking the appropriate pill, each participant recorded their pain level three times a day at regular interval for 1 week. Pain was recorded on a scale of 1 to 10, with high scores indicating greater pain. The average pain level over 1 week period was calculated for each participant and is reported in figure below. So we have drug A and B and the pain level being recorded in figure 1. So we have to enter the data and perform the appropriate analysis for the answer questions below. That is, we have to, you can say, name the variables as drug and pain, state null and altered hypothesis, state research question, test for assumption of equivalence at alpha is equal to 0.05, and also significant differences in the reported pain level between the groups at 0.05. We have to talk about the effect size, small, medium, or large. We have to talk about, you can say, ANOVA um, is significant or not, and then summarize the result of, you can say, Turkey's post hoc pressure procedure. And finally, you can say we have to write the result in, you can say, in the right APA format. So write results of the study, and we have to include, you can say, Turkey's test for the overall, you can say, ANOVA is significant or not. So that being the case, let us repeat the question once again. We have a medical researcher who is investigating the pain level of, you can say, people suffering from migraine, you can say, headaches, and there are, you can say, 21 people who have been given either drug A, drug B, or pills PO, which we are calling as drug C right now. So three drugs are being given to 7 people each, 21 people in all, and there you can say their pain level is being recorded, and that pain level is being recorded in a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 means the minimum pain level and 10 means the highest pain level. So that being the case, we have to name the variables as drug and pain. So drug basically becomes the independent variable and pain the dependent variable. We have to nail, you can say, the null and state the null and altered hypothesis, do write the research question, talk about whether you can say equality of, you can say, variances is assumed or not. We have to look at, you can say, that is there a significant difference in the reported pain level. Then we have to talk about the effect size, and then maybe you can say include ANOVA analysis along with Turkey's post hoc. So that is all to be done today in this question 1 of exercise 8. So what we do is we straight away move to new share. I'm moving to the uh, blank SPSS file where we have got the variable view, data view. I'm clicking on data view right now, and I'm simply, you can say, writing down the datas for you. So the data is mentioned here. So we have got the data here. Now we have got, you can say, the two variables to be named as drug and pain. So drug is the first name of the variable. So drug, okay, and the values basically is we are saying one as A, so that I'm adding. Two is drug B, so I'm saying B over here, and then we have got C as 3 as the Pilspo, or you can say drug C, and I add it in. I say okay, and then the measure I'm mentioning as nominal, it is multinomial, having more than two, you can say, categories in this independent variable of drug. Dependent variable is pain, and if you look at, you can say, Label, I'm just writing pain, and then values are not to mention because the values are in a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 means the lowest level of pain and 10 means the highest level of pain. Scale measure is basically scale. So that we have got. So coming to data view, this is the data. Drug and pain are two variables. Drug is independent variable, pain is dependent variable. Now we are moving to something called analysis. Let's come to variable view, go for analysis rather, analyze, compare means, and then we are going for one way ANOVA. We click on it. This is the data we are getting. Drug is the factor, which is independent variable. Pain is dependent variable. We are going for options, clicking on descriptives and homogeneity of test variances, clicking on continue, moving to post hoc, clicking on Turkey here, and then going for continue. And maybe you can say we click on OK, and I'll be just moving you to the new share called the output file. And this output file is before you where we have got the analysis done. So coming back to the things again for you, I'm moving to, you can say, to analyze and compare means, and then maybe you can see going to one way ANOVA and just doing reset over here. So that's done. So I'm just looking at taking care of all the steps that we need to follow when we are conducting one way ANOVA. And coming to that, what we do is you go to analyze, you go to compare means, and then at the last you have got one way ANOVA. Click it and you have got this information there. Drug becomes the factor, which is independent variable. Pain, which is dependent variable, becomes dependent list. Move to options, click on descriptives, click on homogeneity, you go for continue, move to post hoc, click on Turkey, click on continue, and there you are finally moving to OK, and then you get the answer. So this is what we are getting as the answer. So slowly what we'll do is we'll try to answer question A, B, C, D, E, and F. 7 questions we have got here. So we'll be answering them. Coming to question A, which is state the null and altered hypothesis. So if you look at the null hypothesis, there is no significant there is no significant difference in the pain level of the patients and the drug within brackets A, B, or C given to them. This means that H null colon mu drug A is equal to mu drug B is equal to mu drug C. Coming to altered hypothesis, at least the mean value of pain varies for the 3 drugs given to the patient having migraine. So we are trying to basically say here that at least one of the 3 mean scores is different from the other 2, if not all of them. So that is null and altered hypothesis. Coming to research question, the B part of question 1. So research question, is there a difference in the pain level of patients and drug A, B, or C given to them? Question mark. Is there a difference in the pain level of patients and the drug A, B, or C given to them? So this becomes the research question. Question C was talking about the equality of variance. Is there equality of variance there or not? So for that, what we need to basically look at is we need to look at the data first and then move for the analysis. Now, if you look at A, B, and C, the number of, you can say, people who were given a drug A, B, and C is 7 each. And then the mean is 4.6 for A and B. And for C, it is 7.76 something. So A and B drug has got the same effect, whereas for drug C, the you can say the pain level is higher. Okay, so what we are getting now is we are moving to standard deviation. Standard deviation is 1.6, 1.87, 1.3. That's what the standard deviation is. Coming and talking about equality of variance, which is actually the question C here. So does equality of variance is there? So at the given question, based on mean, you can say the Levin's statistic comes to 1.125. Significance comes to, you can say, 0.346. Therefore, we assume equality of variance at f value of uh, 1.125 and significance of 0.346. So there is no significant difference as far as the variance level or variance in the population of the three categories of patients are concerned and the drug given to them. So that's what you can say the answer to part C is. Coming to part D, here we have to talk about the effect size. So sorry, we have to talk about whether we are accepting what is the answer of ANOVA, or what answer we are getting. So if you look at the answer here, the answer comes to, you can say, nearly, the answer comes to us is nearly, you can say, 8.698, which is basically the f value. Significance is 0.002. So we can simply say that the significance, um, we are accepting the alternate hypothesis at f value of 8.698 and significance of 0.002. Full stop. Just elaborating on the answer, if you actually look at the answer, significance happens to be quite high. Maybe you can say when you're talking of 0.002, this basically means this basically means that 99.8% confidence interval level is there. So that suggests that we are accepting the alternate hypothesis. And now coming to, you can say, the D part, E part rather, where we are talking about the effect size. Effect size, eta square is equal to between groups sum of squares divided by the total sum of squares. So that is the formula we are using. And if you look here, the value for between groups sum of square happens to be 46.726, and the value for some total sum of square happens to be 95.075. So that's the case. And if you look at the answer here, the answer comes as the effect size value comes, or eta square comes to 0.49 something. So we are just mentioning 0.49 as the effect size. So that's there. And if you look at the effect size now, so effect size in our case happens to be large. Effect size happens to be large, and uh, about 49% of total, you can say, uh, variance in data happens to be based on the drug which is being given to the patients. So if there's a difference coming up, 49% of the difference actually happens because of the drug given to the patient. So that's there, that's given to you. And now coming to, you can say, um, the understanding of effect size, you can look at the notes there. But one thing we should remember that 0.02 is for small, 0.06 is for medium, and 0.14 is for large. And in our case, you can say since the value is coming to 0.49, effect size is presumably large. Now coming, you can say, to part, if we are talking of, you can say, F part, E and F part, or sorry, F or G part, the last two parts we are talking about. Here we are talking about, you can say, if you look at drug A and B, okay, since this the mean difference is not there, and maybe you can say significance comes to exactly one. There's no difference between drug in A and B. but between A and C, the drug difference is there. Similarly, between B and A, there's no drug difference that we know, but between B and C, the drug difference is there. Frankly speaking, if you look at the answer, there's a difference as far as you can say the drug is concerned, and we know that we know that if we are talking on maybe you can say we know that okay fine, if you look at you can say drug, if you look at you can say drug A and B, the pain level you can say which has gone down is same, whereas in case of you can say C, the pain is still higher. And therefore if we are to write the answer, the final answer, we can write it this way, that that the 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 pain level, okay, varied by the type of drug being used at F within brackets 2 comma 18 is equal to is equal to is equal to um, 8.698 comma p is equal to p is less than 0.05 comma eta square is equal to 0.49 full stop. Pain level for drug A within brackets m is equal to 4.6 comma SD is equal to 1.68, and drug B within brackets m is equal to 4.6 comma SD is equal to 1.78 is significantly lower as compared to drug C within brackets m is equal to 7.76 comma SD is equal to 1.3 full stop. There is no difference as far as the difference in pain level for patients being given drug A and B. So that is the answer for our exercise 8 question 1. You can repeat this video to actually you can say note the question again and again. So I suppose this exercise, this video of today on one-way ANOVA and exercise has been good enough to answer your queries. I'll be looking forward for questions on you in my own Zoom sessions and later on through WhatsApp or email. Thank you then. Thank you.